Hi, thank you for joining us today on Innovate. Today I have with me Leo, who is all the way from the US. He is the founder and CEO of Five Microns, the company that created Tremelo. Basically, Leo is an associate professor of mechanical engineering at the California State University Fresno. He obtained his PhD in mechanical engineering from the University of Toledo, Ohio, and is focused on vibration control. His company, Five Microns, produces the tremor reduction device for essential tremors, named Tremelo. So it was established in 2017, and it's been starting to sell actually this year. So today I'm going to interview Leo with me to find out his plans for the future and what Tremelo is about. So thank you for joining me, Leo.
Hi, Anis. Thank you for having me today.
My absolute pleasure. So I'm just going to ask the first question. So Parkinson's and other tremor disorders are more prevalent in the valley because of the result of chemicals used for the region's heavily agricultural economy. Coming from a background in the vibration control, you began to look for solution to tremors and coming up with your idea in 2014. What's your journey been like in the past 6 years to where you are today?
Thanks for the question. It's it's really interesting 6 year that I've been through. Because at the beginning I noticed that people having tremor. At first it looked like everyone has the same kind of tremor, same type, same behavior. But more and more digging down to each person, actually each person has a unique type of tremor, just like our voice, our facial expression. So at that time, I mean, it actually giving more challenge, but also very interesting to actually look into the problem. And the more interaction that I have with the patients, the more pain I feel when they want to do something or when they just want to stay still. It reduce the ability that they can do things that we take it for granted. For example, drinking, eating, combing the hair, buttoning the shirt, or writing, something like that.
Everyday things.
They will struggle through those activities daily. So having seen that, make me think that okay, what can I do? I mean, my focus is on vibration control and seeing vibration in machinery, seeing tremor in human. They have some similarity in the commonality in terms of the nature. So we quite successfully control the vibration in machinery. What can we do to apply what we have used in machine on humans?
Mhm.
So okay, our arms is pretty long and narrow, and also have multiple components. And I look into industry to see what things that they similar to it. We look at the aircraft wing, right? Or we look at a crane, long crane, or we look at some kind of shaft. At that point, how or I mean even tall building. So it's very long and slender. So how do they actually control the vibration? For example, tall building in the earthquake. How do they control the earthquake shaking? In aircraft wing, how do we control the vibration from the disturbance and its disturbance?
Yeah.
So looking, I found out that tune mass damper is a principle that they use. So it's like a eureka moment, like, hey, it sounds like something can be used. At that point, I start my research. I work with my devise something similar, simple and quick to put on mechanical arm to see. We build a little arm shaking back and forth, side to side, and we put on it. And of course, at first, it's only reduced little, and we learn step by step, and we improve more of the reduction in tremor amplitude. And about 3 years ago, it was like good enough. Like now, it would good. What do we do? Should we move on to human body? Because the target is to help people.
Yes.
Research without helping people, it's just pretty much the same as a very beautiful picture on the wall without anything.
True.
So I contacted my friends from physical therapy, from a neurology department around California to ask them to refer me patients. Luckily, we have patients from Fresno, California, so we test with them, and actually, it shows that it's working on them. So, which is great. Okay, cool, good. It proof of concept is done. Now we have to improve because at first it tests only 50% improvement. Now, 50% it's good, but it's not good enough. People cannot do things with it. So we try to change the form, we change the configuration and all that. And after a year, we improved to about 75, 80%. Hey, yay, it's good. So in 2017, 2018, we get that kind of mark. Now we ask ourselves, like, what do we do? I mean, it's good. And should we commercialize it? I know I've never been commercializing anything. I'm not a businessman. So it's kind of daunting to me, like, oh, what do I do? So people tell me, okay, here's a step you have to do. Raise some fund, open a company, recruit people, test, and then make a product and sell. Okay, that sounds great, but it's a lot of work. So anyway, I see the challenge there, but I feel that if I don't commercialize this, who's going to use my, invention? No one will benefit from my invention. So, okay, let's do it. Let's see what happened. So we asked some advisors on how to fundraise, and we actually successfully fundraised a good amount of money for seed money. So we have money to do R&D, research and development, to do the design of the product, and testing more patients. So we actually, during the test, we found out that Parkinson and dystonia, other tremor, it's actually a bit more, I'll say, stronger compared to ET and more complex. So our device works best with essential tremor patients. So if we wait to develop the product to fit all of them, it may take another few years. So I'm telling myself, like, we can roll this one out, helping essential tremor patients first, try to get some revenue so that we can serve our R&D to make something that benefiting Parkinson's disease or other tremor patients. So because of that, we decided, okay, in 2019, we geared toward ET. We test with a lot of ET patients, and then it's successfully done. And then 2020, January, we successfully start commercialization. We start selling in the US alone. Unfortunately, I haven't had time to work with people from other country yet to secure the approval from their health department, because again, it's a medical device, so-called medical device. We need to get approval from health department before we can sell any other country. But we will work on that pretty soon once it's established and proven in the US. For example, after 1 year, if it's proven here in the US, then talking to other country would be just a matter of time rather than I have to prove anything else. So it's been 6 years of quite fun, a lot of pains, but a lot of gains. And sometimes I and my team cry, like, how can we improve this? I mean, we got stuck at 50, 60%. How can we go to 70, 80%? At some point in time, okay, can I give up? I mean, I can give up. I mean, but looking at the people that benefited from our product, no, let's just keep going. So that's where I am now.
It is true. I think for a creator like yourself, usually you will see more about helping others rather than monetizing it. But to go further and to make sure that you can create more products, it is essential to commercialize it so you can use the revenue to churn out more products which can help more people, right? So
yes, that's correct. That's totally correct. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So are you, besides tremors, are you planning to roll out solutions for other ailments? Because mechanical solutions are not just limited to the hands, of course, right?
Yes. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny that even though I'm mechanical engineering by training, and vibration control and dynamic system is my background, but when talking about application, even during my grad school, I has been always thinking about the healthcare applications. I always thought that application in healthcare would be my goal in life. So looking at my mom, she has three children. and pretty much I'm the youngest one, and she always complained about her back pain. Now my wife also have three. She also complained about back pain. So I'm thinking, it's I'm thinking, okay, from a mechanical standpoint, how could I make something that they can use easily in their house instead of going to the massage therapy? Because massage therapy, first of all, you have to travel, and also it costs a lot of money. It takes a lot of time. And it's very inconvenient. In the middle of the night, you feel back pain. You cannot go to any massage therapy to get it treated. And also in this like a COVID-19 kind of situation, you cannot go anywhere. So that do you have to live with with your pain?
Yeah.
I mean, some people opt to take medicine, but medicine is always a double edged sword.
It's just a temporary solution. Yeah.
Yes, but they also have side effects and also something that's bad for you. So looking at that, my next product will probably be the kind of massager that really pertaining to help your back, your upper back, your lower back, and also your arm. So I don't know how long it takes me, maybe another 3 to 5 years, but I promise myself I want to come up with it so that not only women but also men and everyone having back pain, because when you age, you have back pain.
That's right. That's right.
So that's my next goal, to help people enjoy their life a little bit better.
That's great, because even my husband complains about back pains, and that's because he's got a habit of sleeping on the couch sometimes while watching TV. So yeah, that's a good thing to have.
Yeah.
How do you promote innovation in where you teach? You're still teaching, are you?
Yes.
Yes. So how do you promote innovation within your community, within your company?
So innovation, it's something that I think it's a buzzword to a lot of people, but to me, it's close to home. It's like every time we do design, every time we create something, we have to think about how to cut costs, how to reduce material, how to reduce the time that needed, and also energy used to produce it, and also the environmental effect as well. So to me, it's every time I teach a course, I open it with some examples of, hey guys, this is the technology you want to learn in this course. Look how people actually use it. For example, I'm teaching kinematics and machinery. I'm showing people using, how to create windshield wipers. How do they make locomotives? How do they make internal combustion engine from like long time ago, like hundreds of years ago? Not now. I mean, like now it's already old. But I encourage people to think like that. Like if you can use technology to actually make something work for you without using a lot of resources. So I have a kind of habit. Sometimes I just type in Google like innovative products just to look what's out there. And sometimes I find really something really cool. For example, I mean, I didn't know Lego until probably my high school year. But Lego was there for like 50, 60 years already.
Yeah.
I mean, it was born, but I never knew it because it was from the US. It was not from my own country at that point. But it's amazing. It's amazing, innovative, right? People can do a lot with hundreds of pieces of Legos.
Yes, and now they've even gone not just piecing it together, they're actually encouraging people to design stuff using Lego pieces.
There you go. So with just that simple thing put together, and now, like for example, environmental friendly design. For example, straw. We take for granted straw should be plastic. Now we have straw from hay for maybe since the earth actually started, right?
Yes. So it's
But
just
we never used it.
relooking at what's out there and seeing how it can be reused, or change their perception of what they are for us, right? So
Correct. Yeah.
yeah,
So that's innovation. Innovation is very close to us. Innovation, it's something that very how you improve the let's say your chair works, how you improve, let's say, your house. For example, some house right now they don't use internal lighting anymore. They have the kind of reflective lenses to actually bring the sunlight into the house really well lit, even without any light bulbs. So that's how I look into that. I mean, it's great. People actually think like that so that we use less resources. Whenever we use resources, we actually destroyed the environment. We just don't know it, but we are doing that. So am consistently telling my student, my employees, myself, and my coworker, my designer, that yeah, we should strive for that. So our product, Tremelo, beside the arm brace, have to be made out of cloth, which is very recyclable as well, or it doesn't harm the environment that much. All the metallic, it's made of metals. I try to use the least amount of plastics, because I know plastic is very hard to how say to recycle, and it's very bad for environment. While metals, you can just melt it and then make it and resell it, and then people can make use of metal. Like aluminum is very easy to recycle.
And
So
it's
that's yeah, that's I mean 100% aluminum is our goal to actually make sure things that can be recyclable. So at least it doesn't impact the environment very badly. So even with our product, we want to do like that. And innovation to me, it's hobby. It's like a way of life. Instead of it's a buzzword, or I mean innovation so that I can show up on YouTube like, oh, innovative design. Not really. I enjoy myself. I enjoy whenever I come up with something that I can save time. My engineering designer and I still working back and forth whenever we can improve, like, oh, cut down the time from 30 minutes to 20 minutes in machining distance. We really is my big, and in terms of, hey, we got 20% or 30% saving in time, I mean saving in energy. So that's what I feel like.
How long does it take for you to produce each tremolo?
So in terms of time, we still produce it here in the US by our own facility. So pretty much our technician and our engineers produce it, and it takes about roughly a day for about 1 to 2 units. So we live it slow because we still in a very early stage. We're trying to fundraise so that we can grow faster, we produce more, help more people. But that's also kind of a business decision. I know. I mean, investors have to consider. Okay, what are you doing? Can you grow fast? Is the market demand gonna meet our kind of projected growth? All that. So now it takes about like once a day or twice, two units a day. Yeah.
Okay, but I guess with more people on board later on, the production will be faster, and you won't have to rely so much on manpower. You will have to be automating it already, right? By then.
Correct. Yes, we already have the automated process. We just didn't have money to buy robots yet.
Okay.
So yeah, my lead engineer and myself, we already have the plan for it. For pretty much it's gonna cost about $100,000 for just one robot to automate. You know that
Yes.
it costs a lot. But after that, pretty much it can handle 2, 3, 4, 5 machines without no problem. So if we, in terms of if we go to the scale of making 10 a day or 100 a day, at that time it justifies the use of automation. And that actually my expertise as well, teaching at school. I'm teaching mechatronics and also automation of dynamic system as well.
Okay, great. So you can encourage the students to come up with something even better, perhaps.
Yes, and we working with students. We giving student project as like, okay, my company is needing this. Can you think about some innovative solution? Then we can work together.
Yeah.
Things like that.
I really admire that, because when you involve people in the process, they will feel ownership to it and they will want to contribute more to it. So yeah. Okay, I'm going to go for my last question. If you had one superpower, what would it be?
It's kind of funny. My oldest son, he's 10 years old. He's super into superheroes. Right? Like he gonna watch superheroes for hours and hours and hours. And on the opposite side, I don't. I don't like superheroes. I like the action scene, but I don't believe in super power or superheroes and that, because I believe in each of us is actually a hero ourselves. And if I were to have a superpower, like you put it, my superpower would be that I can actually remember as many ideas as people when they talk to me that I can actually apply. Because we are human brain. We only can remember and execute maybe 10, 20% of what we gather daily, weekly, monthly. And so also the analytical ability as well. So I wish I could have remembered more, combine them more to come up with more innovative solutions to help people out. That's my wish.
I would like to have that power too, to remember the stuff as I grow older.
Yeah,
I need to write down everything.
that's correct.
Yes.
Yep, yep. Nowadays, it's good that we have a Google Drive, so we can look up.
Yes. All right. Okay. So thank you again for joining us today. I'll be playing a little bit of the video of Tremelo, and also to let you know how to contact Tremelo for your needs later on. So thank you for joining us today, and we hope to see you in the next episode.
Thanks, Hannes, for having me, and thanks everyone for tuning in. I hope you well. Stay safe under COVID-19. Don't worry, we will beat it, and wish everyone a good summer.
Thank you, Leo. Bye.
Thanks.